In Jakarta for quarter-finals day at the 2011 Djarum Indonesian Open. This is event number 6 on the 12 tournament OSIM BWF World Superseries. Not only event number 6, but also the 3rd premier event, because this year, for the first time, the Badminton World Federation has promoted 5 of the 12 Super Series tournaments to premier status. We've already had the Korean Open, and of course that was the first ever premier and first ever $1 million badminton tournament. Then the All England was the second of the premier events, now the Indonesian Open. Denmark will be the 4th premier and China the 5th. There are the 12 tournaments throughout the year, and of course Super Series finals at the end for the top players who have performed throughout the 12 tournament series. So as I say, it's quarterfinals day here at the Indonesian Open. 5 matches for you this afternoon, and we're going to be starting with the men's doubles, then women's doubles, men's singles, mixed doubles, and women's singles will finish off. Here is the precise lineup. The 3 times world champions and the winners of this particular tournament back in 2007, Hyun and Haifeng, up against Ko and Yoo from Korea. Then women's doubles, and Christina Pedersen and Camilla Rute from Denmark up against the Indonesian favourites Johari and Polly, who had to fight back yesterday in their match against the Indian pair. Then men's singles, and what a terrific match we've got to look forward to. 5-time European champion Peter Gader of Denmark up against the 6-time winner of the Indonesian Open, former world and Olympic champion, of course, Taufik Hidayat. Then mixed doubles, and the Olympic bronze medalists He Han-bin and Yoo Yang, incidentally also World Championship silver medalists last year, up against the Indonesian pair who've won their last 3 tournaments they've played, Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir. Then the last of our 5 matches is women's singles. Germany Juliana Schenk up against the former world number 1 Wang Yihan. So an absolutely terrific lineup this afternoon. I'm Jill Clark, sitting alongside former England head coach Ian Wright. And Ian, it really is a terrific lineup. I mean, it's difficult to know which of those matches really to single out, but I suppose it has to be the men's singles, Peter Gader against Taufik Hidayat.
Yes, I think that's the pick of the day. I'm sure the crowd, there'll be a great atmosphere for all the matches, but for that one in particular, certainly when Taufik came onto court yesterday, the volume went up considerably, and I think we're in for a treat today. Old adversaries, of course.
Yes, they certainly are. They first started playing against each other 14 years ago. That's absolutely incredible. Of course, as we wait for the arrival of the players onto courts, we've got to mention what happened yesterday. A number of shots. Lin Dan, the current Olympic champion, the number 2 seed, lost to the left-hander Sho Sasaki of Japan. The number 1 seed in the women's singles, Wang Shexian, she's got out too, along with Wang Xin, who lost on Wednesday. So the number 1 and 2 seeds in the women's singles have both departed from the singles draw. That was a big shot when Chin Xiao Chie of Taipei beat Wang Shexian. And of course the number 2 seeds in the men's doubles, Jung and Lee from Korea, going out to the Indonesian youngsters Pratama and Saputra. What a wonderful match that was. In fact, Indonesia have been playing exceptionally well this tournament, and lovely to see the resurgence. Now just listen to the crowd, and this is to welcome the world champions from China. It's Hyun and Haifeng, fresh from victory last week in the Singapore Open. And their opponents, the number 5 seeds, Go Sung Hyun and Yoo Yeon Seong of Korea. Gilles Cavet of France is the umpire for this match. Budi Santosa of Indonesia, the service judge. And Ian, this should be fast and furious.
Oh, it's going to be a spectacular start, I think. Straight in at the deep end today. Both pairs very, very aggressive. Both pairs like to keep the pace on the shuttle. And I think we're in for a real treat to start us off today.
Yes, well, of course, the Chinese pair yesterday, when the world rankings were rerun, have elevated themselves to #1 on the world ranking. They've been #1 before, up 2 places from 3 last week. And the world #1 status has been restored for the world champions. They are, of course, only the #3 seeds, because when the draw was done, when the seeding was done, they were only 3 in the world rankings. Only 3. That's a bit of a contradiction in terms. Well, I think that the umpire is Gilles Cavet of France. We apologise that our graphic got that slightly wrong. But what's of real interest to us is, of course, the players. The world champions from China, winners of 2 titles this year. But let's first of all look at the world #5s. 19-8 win-loss record for the year, and that translates into winning the Swiss Open for the 2nd consecutive year. 3 semi-finals as well, a couple of quarter-finals. So they're a very consistent pair. Well, their first 2 rounds, no problems at all. First round against the Dutch pairing, won in just 24 minutes, and then against the pair from Taipei, it's Chen Hung-lin and Lin Yu-lang from Taipei, not from Korea. That was run in 26 minutes, so only 50 minutes in total for their 2 matches. Well, as for the world champions, seeded 3, but as I was saying, their world ranking up 2 places to #1, top of the pile. And their win-loss record for the year, very impressive indeed. 20-4, and that equates to 2 titles, the Asian Badminton Championships in Singapore last week. But my goodness, what a tough opening round they had, because the pair they played, Alvin Julianto Chandra and Henda Aprida Gunawan, that was a repeat of the final in Singapore last week, and it went the full distance. Yesterday against the Koreans Cho Gun-woo and Kwon Yi-gu, much more convincing. So a tight opening game, 21-19. Second game was very impressive indeed, wasn't it, Ian? 21-9.
Yes, they're really refining form. They've started the Olympic qualifying period in really, really good form. I think they've done a very heavy physical preparation for the period, and they've come out all guns blazing so far.
Well, this Chinese combination have twice been in the final here. Not only won the title back in 2007, were beaten finalists 2 years ago, lost out to another Korean pairing, Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae. Didn't play last year, but as you can see from the head-to-head encounters, all 3 previous matches going to the 3 times world champions. Last time they played was in the quarterfinal of the All England earlier this year, and incidentally, as you can see, it was 3 games. That's the only time it's been to 3 games in their 3 previous meetings. Three courts in action, of course, here today, quarterfinals day.
On my right, Yoo Yeon Seong, on my left,
So the former champions, the current world champions, get this quarterfinal underway. Hyun, the oldest man on court at the age of 31. And I've been noticing, Ian, he's been wearing heavy strapping on his left knee all week.
Yes, Hyun's been one of the Chinese players who's been very vocal about the amount of badminton they're being forced to play this year. He's made several comments about being tired with the start of the new Chinese club league that's come into play this year. Feels he's had to play a little bit too much, but it's been hard to tell that from the way they've started the qualifying period. I have to say they've looked in very, very good form and seem to have really refound their combination, which at times last year they seem to be drifting apart a little bit, but they've been very, very impressive in the last few tournaments.
Yes, in fact, I'd go even further with that, because back in 2009, they only played 5 international individual tournaments as a pair, and I felt that having been beaten in the Olympic final by Marcus Kido and Hendra Setiawan, perhaps there was thoughts maybe of retirement from Hyun, especially being the older of the two players. But you're right, there's been a real resurgence in their form and their enthusiasm, it looks to me.
Yeah, they're playing with much more sort of vigour and enthusiasm, as you say, Jill, and they look very formidable at the moment. Hyun's also really refound his form around the front of the court. I felt at times when they were playing less tournaments, he wasn't as aggressive as he was when they were winning those World Championships in the forecourt, and now he's really hunting down the shuttle again in the forecourt, and when he's in that sort of form, it's difficult to beat.
Good judgment. The long arm of the left-hander through Haifeng, intercepting there. But just picking up on your point, having seen that last rally, I think when they, a couple of years ago, when they first won the world title back in 2006, and I think it was very much Hyun who always went forward to the net. I think the Chinese world champions have actually developed as a pair, so I think the left-hander now, through Haifeng, is more willing to come to the net. He's not as good as Hyun at that next net position, but I think there's more of a willingness to play in any area of the court.
Yes, I think you're right, Jill. I think they're a more versatile pair now. I think they've done I think the Chinese coaches have done a lot of work, as you say, on Fu Haifeng's front court play. Particularly now, he's looking for a lot more interceptions up that left-hand side of the court. And that allows Hyun to come up on his forehand side as well. So they get two players very high in the court very often now. And that's made a big difference.
What a super net shot from Yoo Yeon Seong. Korean coaches, a little nod of approval. It's a clever smash across the body of Do Sung-kyung.
Yeah. Ko just guilty there of relaxing a little bit. He felt after the cross lift the attack would be straight on his partner. Just dropped his racket a little bit and caught off guard. Good thinking from Hyun.
He's lifted wide, well wide. Of course, we talked extensively yesterday about the drift in Istora Stadium here. And there's a big sideways drift from left to right as we look down on the court. Well, both the Koreans immediately turned and appealed to the umpire. Well, the umpire saying it's too far away and too close for me to overrule, I have to say. Looking at that again, well, it's difficult to tell from that angle.
Yeah, and definitely too close for the umpire to overrule from the chair. It'll be an interesting matchup, Jill, because both pairs' style of play will suit this hall. This is known to be It's a very compact hall, and it's one of the quicker halls on the world circuit. It suits attacking styles of play, and both these pairs are very, very attacking and aggressive in their style.
So to the mid-game interval. The former champions Hyun and Haifeng with the 2-point advantage. But presumably it's the fact that they're both so aggressive and go all out, there's no holding back, as to why we've had such short rallies, just 5 minutes of play so far.
Well, that's very much the feature of the match so far. The rallies are very, very short. Both pairs determined to try and be aggressive on service, return and third shot to try and create those attacking opportunities. So there have been 1 or 2 mistakes around the front of the court, which is shortening the rallies. But certainly the front of the court, if you can get the lift in this hall, both pairs will think they've got the firepower to get through with the attack.
Yeah. (11-9).
Yeah, and that's where this Chinese pair are so strong. When they do get the attack, and it's Haifeng in the rear court, he's much more patient than he was as a younger player. He keeps the shuttle going down, keeps mixing the direction a little bit until he gets his partner into the game, and that was a great example. But as we see, first 2 points after the break. Good demonstration of what we were talking about, Jill. The side that gets the attack first wins the point.
Yeah, there's the clear demonstration of his improvement while at the front of the court.
Again, determined not to give the lift away. He was away from the net there. Shuttle was below the net height, but he still wasn't prepared to lift. Took the risk, went for the block. Didn't make it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it was a service fault called. Well, service judge saying racket not pointing in a downward direction. I thought it looked jolly high to me. Serve has to be struck below the waist. That's gone well long of the back line.
Korean pair struggling a little bit tactically here. They're not quite sure where to go on the first 4 shots. And that time when they did get the attack, they didn't really play as a combination there. When they put the power on, it was away from his partner in the front court, and that just gave the Chinese the opportunity to turn the defence into attack.
I have to say, with the attacking play, with the smashes, all 4 players have been placing the shuttle particularly well. And that's another reason why we haven't seen any long rallies. Defence is broken down very quickly. Oh my word, that's extraordinary.
Yeah, that's very, very good. I think he realised that Fu wasn't going to try and hit hard from his preparation. He read the half smash very, very well. He's in very quickly on it.
is a strong athlete, is Yoo Yeon Seong.
Yeah, he's another one. He's not always comfortable in the forecourt position. Came to prominence really as a mixed player. And he's not always the best reader of the game in the front court, but that was much more positive from him there, hunting down the shuttle. Good return and then 2 good interceptions to follow.
Yes, really came to prominence, as you say, in mixed doubles when he and Ha Jung-eun reached the final of the All England in 2009 when they were qualifiers. Bronze medalist at the World Championships last year as well in mixed doubles. (15-17). Good judgment.
Yes, it's interesting, Jill. I think this Korean men's doubles actually started very much as a second event for Ko. And with the early success that they had, in the end, the Koreans have chosen for the Olympic period for Ko to actually concentrate on this men's doubles, and they've dropped his mix, which shows how much confidence and belief they've got in this combination.
Yes, of course, his former mixed doubles partner now playing with the Olympic champion, Yoo Yeon Seong. We're just 2 points away now from this opening game. The world #1s. Very deep in their defensive stances. Pushed it wide. Yeah.
Same problem start of that rally though. The Koreans got themselves into trouble Ko gambling and going for the cross smash and opening up his own court, and from then on it was always a scramble, I'm afraid. Just needs to channel that attack a little bit more to get his partner into the game on the front court.
Well, the first of the game points has been squandered. Another 4 remain. That's too long, not steep enough. And therefore Hyun and Haifeng take the opening game 21-16. Yeah, well long of that back line. And Zhang Jun and Tian Bingyi, the Chinese coaches, delighted with that. Just 13 minutes of play, 21-16.
Yes, the 4 coaches walking onto court. There's an array of medals and experience amongst those 4, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only the Chinese, of course, Tian Bingyi, twice world champion in the men's doubles, with head coach Lee Yongbo. Zhang Jun, twice Olympic champion. And there's another Olympic champion, Kim Moon-soo, first ever Olympic champion in men's doubles in Barcelona. First time badminton was in the Olympic Games. And his assistant coach there is Kang Kyung-jin. Seem to remember him a World Championship medalist in the mixed doubles in Copenhagen in '83. Goodness me, that's going back through the memory banks there.
Yeah, got a lot of experience out there on both sides. I'm sure the Koreans will be talking a little bit about the attacking situations, about being just a little bit more patient and playing more for their partner when they get in the opportunities in the rear court. If they're going to turn this round, it's very much about quick feet on the front court, take the pace off, force the Chinese to lift, and then be a little bit more patient with the attack from the rear court.
So the number 3 seeds, new world #1s, Hyun and Haifeng, have taken the opening game, 21-16. Well, the question is, what have these Koreans got left? Have they got new tactics they can employ. So Hyun and Yoo Yeon Seong.
Good attack from good understanding between the two Chinese players when they got the attacking opportunity. Haifeng attacking down the centre of the court onto the weaker forehand defensive side there. Forcing the Koreans into a mistake, but even if that had gone over, Hyun was in perfect position. Yeah, it looks as though the hall's playing similar to yesterday, Jill, a little bit quicker from this end. The Chinese are going to have to be a little bit careful with any drives that they want to use because the shuttles are just floating a little from this side of the court.
Rare error at the front of the court from Hyun. Got married last year to a one-knot, who of course was part of the Chinese synchronized swimming team. That's a super angle, isn't it?
It's a great shot, but as I say, it's a risk in a way. It's the first attack. He's got his partner looking for the straight, as we can see there, and he goes across away from his partner. It's a winning shot this time, but it's a high-risk strategy. Yoo really trying to step up on the front court there. He sees legs, very, very quick reactions. Really hunting the shuttle, trying to create those attacking opportunities. Nothing he can do with that one though.
So the run of points comes to an end.
Yeah, both the Korean coaches there at the end of that point saying to you, yeah, that's it, hunt the front court, keep your racket up, don't let the Chinese get the block in.
Oh yeah, precision.
That's good control. It's very quick, very difficult to control the length from this end that the Chinese are playing. Hyun just finding the right trajectory.
Jang-jun seemed to be saying something about angles down the side of the court. Well, Haifeng looked a little bit slow to react there, Ian.
Yeah, strange rally. He wasn't expecting the lift. I think the last 3 or 4 points, both pairs have refused to actually lift the shuttle. He was a little off guard for that lift over his head there.
Oh, that's clever. And again.
Patience from Fu in the rear court, prepared to take the pace off when he's off balance.
It's a good rally.
Yeah, good tactical battle there. Again, we see the Korean coaches talking about taking an aggressive position in the front court. Keep moving forward, and we can see there, Yoo very quick to get in. And that creates the opportunity for his partner.
Oh, good defence. Yeah, you can see the disappointment for Yoo Yeon Seong.
Yeah, again, Yoo very good there. He was on defence and managed to turn it round, get forward, take control of the net. Unfortunately, his partner just making the mistake from the mid-court.
Oh, that is super. Well, just showing the umpire that he needs to re-tie the shoelaces. And the Koreans take the opportunity to have a little towel down. First ever tournament they played together, the Asian Badminton Championships 2 years ago. The Koreans reached the final. They've always been explosive, not only their style of play, burst onto the world scene.
Yeah, again, it's Yoo making the difference on the front of the court in this second game. He's really got the Koreans into this match by being more positive in the front court and trying to take Hyun out of his favourite position there, not giving him any time to play on that front court. Yeah, lost that little battle though.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh, brilliant. What a wonderful rally from the world number ones. And Ian, it's this change of pace. It's another thing I think they've developed. When you think back, I think you may have even been coaching the final of the English pair in the final of the World Championships in Madrid, the first time that the Chinese combination won their world title, and they were just playing everything at 100 miles an hour, whereas now they vary the pace a lot more. Yeah,
and Haifeng, he hits the shuttle really, really hard. I mean, but what he's done is he's started to change that pace. Rather than everything very, very fast and very, very hard now, he uses the hard smash as a real shock attack. So there's a lot of change of direction and change of angle before he puts a big pace on it, and that makes it much more effective, much more difficult to play against when you've got that variety to go alongside the raw power.
On a run of 3 straight points, Chinese pair back into the lead. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and good persistence from Yoo. He was on the mid-court in a defensive position and managed to work his way forward.
Well, that will look like a poor error, but it was a very good serve. So, same scoreline as the opening game, but in contrast to the opening game, this time it's the Koreans with the advantage. Mid-game interval. And it's interesting to me in that both pairs most definitely have a favoured formation. Obviously, with the Chinese, it's Kai going forward to the net. With the Koreans, it's Yoo going forward to the net.
Yeah, I mean, the big difference so far in the second game is the Koreans have been a lot more competitive on the serve and return situations. And from the mid-court, Yoo's worked very hard to try and get forward and play on the front foot the whole time and keep moving forward. Whereas in the first game, he was a little bit passive from the mid-court and didn't really follow in very quickly.
11-9.
And they've really got themselves into this match in this second game.
Service over. 10-11. Service over.
Yeah, it makes a big difference there when Ko does play to the centre of the court. It puts you in a much more aggressive position in the forecourt, and then it's much easier. There we could see Ko getting into the centre of the court. Yoo very alert on the front court and finding the space for the winner. And Yoo very quick onto that return.
It's all good.
14-10.
A little nod from Hyun, accepting that it was a good call by the line judge.
Yeah, interesting though. Clearly the Korean coaching taking some effect, because again it's Ko playing to the middle of the court, allowing his partner to get forward. This middle again, middle attack from Ko. Yoo very alert on the forecourt. There we see centre attack. Good movement from Yoo in the forecourt, managing to block the shuttle off, get the steep angle down. Catching the Chinese very deep in defensive position.
Service over.
He thought it was going to be taken by the drift. It stayed in.
Yeah, interesting through Haifeng, I think realising the danger now, Chinese realising the danger with Yoo on the forecourt, pushing past on return of serve and caught the Koreans a little bit by surprise there.
It's an amazing angle he manages to find. Of course, through Haifeng is playing that with his around the head shots rather than the backhand. So he's just not as comfortable, is he, at front?
No, he's very hesitant there. His racket wasn't in a great position. See here, his racket's quite low, starting from low, and that means he can't get over the shuttle to bring it down, so it goes flat and out the back of the court. You need to carry a racket much higher than that when the pace of the game is as high as this one. Well, that's where he is strong, and again it's that good angle with good pace down to the centre of the court, causing problems to the Chinese defence.
Oh my goodness, that was quick forward.
Yeah, he saw that one.
16.
Again, Hyun gave the signal by stepping out to his forehand side, so Fu Haifeng takes one step forward to his forehand side, and that puts him in a very aggressive position. It's classic right left-hand combination play.
Yeah,
16.
Close the gap to just one solitary point. They've been 5 points adrift at 10-15. Gone long.
Service over. 17-15.
Again, we can see their Korean coach in the background urging you to go forward at every opportunity. Great return from Hyun. Fantastic net roll there. Koreans with no option but to lift, and
Yeah, and a wonderful angle on the smash.
that's fantastic. Well placed. See the Korean player there lining up to defend the centre of the court on the backhand side, and Haifeng going across to the forehand side and hitting the deck.
Service over. 18-16.
Well, once again, I thought Haifeng was strangely slow to react. Possibly wouldn't have reached it anyway.
Service over. 17-18.
Oh, when it's this close, as much as he's got the nerve as anything, I think.
Yeah, this is where Hyun's usually so good towards the end of the games on service. Very quick on the third shot. Let's see what he's got here.
Service over. 19-17.
2 points away from the second game now. Yoo.
Service over.
You can really see the frustration, his reaction after making the error.
He's so desperate not to give the lift away. He's gone for a very, very difficult block there, and afterwards he was shadowing that he should have lifted out, but he knows the onus is on him to get the attack.
Oh, what a rally.
19-all.
At these crucial stages, Hyun and Haifeng draw that level.
No lift rally.
Well, in his desperation to get forward to the net, tried to intercept a shuttle that was just travelling too quickly and made the error. And it means, on a run of 3 straight points, the number 3 seeds from China at match points.
Play.
And they've done it on a run of 4 straight points. They kept their nerve. And a 2-game victory over Ko and Yoo, the number 5 seeds. And the world number 1s, the world champions. run of good form continues.
One by side to Haifeng. 21, 16, 21, 19.
Umpire confirming the score, 21-16, 21-19 in 35 minutes of play. And it means that Hyun and Haifeng safely through to the semi-final, and they will meet the winners of the match taking place on the adjoining court at the moment. It is Marcus Guido and Hendra Setiawan, the Olympic champions, up against the former world number ones Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. And I can tell you that the Indonesians won the opening game. They're actually on match point, 28-19 in the second. That match point opportunity has gone a-begging. So we still don't know who Hyun and Haifeng will meet in semi-final tomorrow. Well, Ian, I had really high expectations about that men's doubles encounter, but it really didn't fire on all cylinders as I'd expected it to do, because so many of the rallies were so short, and it was because actually of the quality of placement and real taking of chances at the front of the court that made the rallies so short.
Yes, I think the hope was in a quick ball with two very attacking pairs we'd get a lot of explosive rallies, but as it turned out, neither pair was prepared to lift and made a lot of mistakes, attempting not to give the lift away and attempting to create attacking opportunities. So it became a very tentative match around the forecourt, and in that sort of game, Hyun's very difficult to beat.
Yeah, he certainly is. And if you're listening to the roar in the background as we watch some of the highlights from the men's doubles we've just witnessed, it is because the Olympic champions Marcus Guido and Hendra Setiawan have just beaten the number one seeds Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen from Denmark in two straight games, 21-13, 22-20. And so the world champions will play against the Olympic champions in tomorrow's semi-final in a repeat of the Olympic final in Beijing. There you can see the three courts in action, and there is confirmation of the semi-final in the top half of the draw. What a thrilling match that should be tomorrow. Repeat of the Olympic final. Marcus Guido and Hendra Setiawan, of course, only seeded 7 because they've had their injury woes of late. But lovely to see them back in such good form and through to the semi-final.